Welcome to Draft Day Fantasy 2026. Before I show you the setup, I wanted to show you the auto draft for mock drafting. So in our ESPN League here, you can see all the years that we've been drafting. All of this data is pulled from ESPN and built into the program. So it analyzes in each round, by each position, the draft habits of each player. And so that is built into your auto draft preset table. So your auto draft for mock drafting is based off of their habits. If you hit setup, window pops up and it's going to guide you through. So we click next. Okay, so we want to get our SWID and our ESPN2, but first it tells us that we just need to get the league ID. The league ID is in the address bar and it's going to be the first 5 right here, and we're just going to copy it. We're going to go over to control. We're just going to paste that in. We're going to go back. Now we're going to open the developer tab here by pressing F12 and look for our SWID. There's our ESPN2. Since I see that first, I'm just going to go ahead and copy that, paste it there. Next, and I need that SWID, so I'm just going to scroll down. You just double click on it and it highlights the whole thing. I'm going to go next. Okay, so it's just telling you how you want to set everything up. For us, we are a PPR league. You can do half PPR, standard, which is just standard scoring. You can choose snake or you can choose straight. Most people use the snake. You want to have keepers. It's a redraft. That means no keepers at all, then keepers. Okay, you have your players. So you have room all the way for 18 names if you want to have a much larger league. These boxes here are going to extend if you have a name here. If not, they're just going to stay the way they are. I'm Kevin, so I'm going to go ahead and just choose my name there. I have 10 teams detected. We do 18 rounds. You can change it if you want. Then our particular league uses 3 keepers, up to 18 if you're going to do a dynasty league. And then for us, yes, keepers cost a draft pick. You can click yes, you can click no. If you click no, all of your keepers will go to the last rounds. Next. These are your required starters, your backups per team. And next. Now we're going to build the core. Alright, so this is going to take some time. Right here it says it's a huge data set. Between 15 and 30 minutes is the average run time, depending on ESPN traffic. Okay, so that process was completed. Now update the projections. Now you have a choice. Right here we have set for live draft, or we have the activate predictive mock draft. In this case we're going to activate the predictive mock draft. Right here, do I want to run the predictive draft habit on myself? I always click yes because I want to see my habits as well. This is going to take between 15 and 40 minutes. That depends on how many times you've drafted over the past years, and it also depends on ESPN traffic. So the predictive mock draft has completed. Click OK. Next. This just basically tells you everything about the mock draft system and about the predictive draft. Mock draft is activated, and then we can update this to be either Excel, a chalkboard, or stickers. Stickers is just that kit that you can get from Amazon. It has the multicolors. So we can change it here to chalkboard, or we can change it to Excel, or back to stickers. I'm going to hit next. So if we have keepers, such as we're going to choose running back, and we're keeping Brian Robinson, and I'm drafting in the 108. We're going to keep him. Let's say this person also chose a running back and they decided they're going to keep Brian Robbins, which I'm doing on purpose. You can't do 2. So duplicate keeper detected. So that's just a fail safe for you. So we're going to change that to Christian McCaffrey. And for him, he'll be drafting him in the 105. So if we go back and look at the draft board, you'll see these stickers have already been applied. Click next now. And this talks more just about walkthrough processes. Okay, now we're ready to do our mock drafting. Let's start draft. We're going to set it for 2 seconds. Okay, and it's going to start auto drafting according to the predictive model. This is your roster right here, which will fill out as you are doing your drafting. Okay, we're about midway through the draft. Look over here at the green. There you go, the grades have changed. And that is continuing to draft. And so as the draft continues, twice on each round, the grade update until you can see how your particular draft is going. Okay, and over here, I want you to see the required right here. This is based on the control tab on players that you must have. And so the rules of your draft follow the rules that you set on the control on how many quarterbacks you can have, how many running backs, how many wide receivers. And so while you are using the predictive habits of your previous players, it is also following the rules of the draft before it implements those habits. Okay, the draft is about to complete itself. So we're going to get the final update on the grades. Okay, the draft has completed. And we have stopped our draft processes, and there's our final grades. Now I would like to show you how you can draft on the live draft. So let's go ahead and reset this draft. Okay, you notice it kept the keepers, but it reset everything else. So we would go back to our control, and we would set for live draft. Yes. Okay, now we're going to do the live draft. Start draft. There we go. Put in 60 seconds. And then we're going to start drafting. Click the player you want, click draft. Now it's going to skip this person because they already have a keeper. Draft. We're going to draft again. Same thing, it'll skip this person because they already have a keeper. Draft. Now, let the clock run down. I'm going to pause it and bring you back when there's about 5 seconds left. Okay, so they're about out of time. And as we can see up here, last pick out of time skip. You can just simply pause the draft and then click the back button. It will tell you go back or reverse the last completed draft pick. Yes. Okay. And then you can go back to the draft report right here, out of time. Just delete it. Then that person who picked before can just go ahead and pick again and draft. And then the draft can just simply continue. The last thing to show you is the player versus player. So if you were wondering which player would be better for you, you can simply just choose them. And then click compare. In this case, the comparison's not working because we're so early in the system. And that's Draft Day Fantasy 2026. Thank you for watching and good luck.